Hey guys, it's RJTolson.
I'm David.
And today we're here to talk to you guys about doing the top 8 Airbnb hosting tips. So some of you may ask, what is Airbnb? Airbnb is a startup based out of San Francisco that has an office actually near my company, Pearit, in downtown LA as well. They're all over the world. They basically provide short-term rentals and long-term leases depending on what you're looking for around the world for really cheap prices.
And the host is someone who provides you the place to stay.
So back in the day, which was only like, what, 6 years ago?
More than that.
Was it really? David and I met in high school where we went to boarding school in Connecticut.
And we're on the same tennis team. And we play varsity tennis.
Where we destroyed everyone. No, I wish that was true.
Sometimes.
Sometimes? we were very inconsistent. We were like very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Like, anyway. And then Harrison, who's also in the background and in tons of my videos. We also went to high school, all of us together, for a short period of time because Harrison's slightly older than us. All right, so like I said, today we're going to be covering the top 8 Airbnb hosting tips that David and I have kind of figured out from hosting.
For me, I just started a few weeks ago. So I only got 5 guests. But those guests, they happen to come for music festivals in San Bernardino, and some are having music events in Pearit University. Yeah.
So everyone's going for music.
Kind of.
They're all just like music people.
Yeah.
But you only started like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Not even like a few, it's like 3 weeks ago, right? So 5 people in 3 weeks is pretty good, but how many days did it take you to get people to come after you posted?
Within a week.
Yeah, within the same week, right? I actually hosted a year ago where I got about 40 or 50 people throughout, I think, a 3 or 4 month period of time, maybe a bit longer than that. I lived near Anaheim, so we had a lot of people coming from like to Disney World, hanging out, Knott's Berry Farm, and also people who just wanted to not spend money like in downtown LA, you know what I mean? So from there, yeah, I got a lot of experience, became a super host as well. Tip 1, make sure you respond to requests quickly. You don't want to miss out on someone coming in and staying with you just because you took too long to respond. One time I actually got a host who took a month to respond to me, and I had already gone there, traveled, and done all of that stuff. It's just kind of crazy. I mean, at least you can say that they did respond eventually, which is better than not. But again, if you miss out on responding quickly, they're gonna get booked somewhere else. Also, if you really wanna maximize on getting your guests to come in quickly, make sure that you enable Insta-booking. When they're not verified, shoot them a message, let them know that you want them to be verified, and that way they'll do it. If not, it's probably not worth your time or your risk to get them to come.
Tip 2, take good photos. Make sure you take good lightings and angles and Photoshop a little bit and keep it realistic as well. If you're not comfortable taking your pictures by yourself, Airbnb has a free service that will take care of it.
Tip 3, be professional. Hotels have a lot of great opportunities that you can take from to make sure that you're doing the best host that you can be. One of those ways is to make sure that you provide amenities like towels, toilet paper, especially toilet paper, people need toilet paper, and lots of other stuff. Another way to go the extra mile is to provide a gift basket. It's one of the things that really got me 5 stars quite often. When people would come in, I would check their profile beforehand, see if they mentioned liking chocolate, liking something specific that I could get them at a low cost, like $1 or $5 or something like that. And I put it in a gift basket, give them some tea, discount coupons as well, and that's something they really liked as well. And I left it there for them. And they would always rave about how great it was to have a gift basket with like goodies. Although you're not like a hotel where you're probably gonna have a desk and a concierge, at least make sure when possible to be able to greet them at the door. When they arrive, show them around, give them a tour, be really polite and friendly, and just make sure that they feel comfortable in the space that they're in.
Tip 4, utilize social preference. Some guests may not want to talk to you a lot, some may, so communicate with your guests, it's very important.
Sometimes guests want to be social, they'll come in, they'll buy you wine, that happened to me once. You go out, you can take them to dinner, have fun with them. This sounds like I'm dating them. That's never happened as of yet. But at the very least, you want to give them their privacy when they want it, right? You don't want to interrupt them if they don't want to really talk to you. You know, don't feel offended, don't take it personally. It's a trip, just keep that in mind.
In case of having international guests and hosts, make sure you use the new feature that Airbnb has that will auto-translate whatever you're typing to the language that the guest is speaking.
Tip 5, market research. Look up on Airbnb other places that are around you, location-wise, and check their prices. Then gauge based on the lowest price you see. So let's say the lowest price is $45. Set your price to $40, which will allow people to check out your place more often and hopefully stay with you by booking.
Tip 6. Capitalize on extra services. Unlike guestbook, Wi-Fi code, coupon. Make sure you are providing all of them.
Tip 7. Be transparent.
How transparent?
One of the things I hated the most about one of the places I stayed is that there was no air conditioner and it was not cool enough like they said it was going to be. If the room is hot, don't tell me it's going to be cool, especially if you don't have an air conditioner. Especially since I had a TV interview the next day, so I was like melting my face off. It was gross. It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. It was a really nice place and the hosts were really great. That was just one of the things that I didn't like, and I actually told them in my review that that's one of the things I would have liked to see improve. Because David and I both have pets, we try and let them know ahead of time about Cloud and Espion.
And my cats, Dim Sum and Miko.
In case they're allergic, of course it shows up on the Airbnb app, but we try to also remind them of this fact too.
Tip 8. Don't miss out on maximizing their stay.
Don't miss out.
Don't miss out. Remember to personally ask for a review when they check out. You can say something like, please take a moment to leave a 5-star review.
Before we go, I wanted to make sure that we discuss some of our experiences, the good, the bad, and something in between. All right, so what was your first experience, David? Like, what was the worst one that's happened?
So since I only have 5 guests, the worst experience is some people don't take off their shoes.
They don't take off their shoes?
Yeah.
And that's your request? Do you let them know ahead of time that you want them to do that?
I didn't tell them beforehand. It's not listed on my request.
But when you meet them, do you tell them?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the worst experience that happened to me was a little bit different. It had to do with toilet paper, which is why I was so adamant about toilet paper before. So apparently in different cultures and customs around the world, toilet paper isn't always flushed into the toilet. Sometimes when you go number 2, they put it in the trash instead of that. So I had to figure out a way to tell my guests, while being really passive and trying to be respectful, that, of the toilet paper issue. And, I told them and they were totally cool with it. They were actually some of my favorite guests. They're really cool guys.
So I'm pretty sure you might have some good experiences.
Some good experiences? I do have good experiences. My favorite experience that I've had in the 6 or 7 or 8 months that I did it was when one of my guests, her car got towed when she was leaving. And she was like super distraught, super freaking out about it, rightfully so. And so what I did is I just walked out there with her. I was like, look, I've done this before, it's happened to me. So for her at the time, she couldn't afford it. She just wasn't in her budget. So I was like, here, you can stay at my place for $10 a night. I think it was like $5 or $10 a night. We set it up with Airbnb. They were really cool about it. And I just made sure that she was all set and she got her car the next day. And she's just a really nice person and we really had a great conversation. We took her out to dinner to help her feel better and it was awesome. So what was your favorite experience in your very long tenure of Airbnb?
I just like quiet people. They're friendly, nice, polite, clean, please.
Take off their shoes.
Yeah, take off your shoes.
Alright guys, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and leave comments below with any questions, tips, anything you suggest for us to cover in the future. David and I are good high school buddies, so I'm sure he'll be back in my videos as well. Otherwise, good luck with Airbnb hosting.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.
谢谢你。